Our first step is in Athens, Greece. In its time, Athens was the center of culture and philosophy. Here, in the time of the ancient Greeks, the foundations of modern government were being laid. In Athens, the Greeks came up with a system of government known as democracy. However, it wasn't quite like modern democracies. In Athens, every male citizen had to serve in the Senate in a revolving door system. This got confusing, and as some people were not suited for politics and decision-making, things weren't great. Eventually, the ancient Romans would come and make Greece part of their empire. The Romans had a few things to give to government as well.
The next step in government didn't come until Rome. Rome had become a great nation and conquered much land. They wanted an efficient government, but also one that related to the people. So Rome developed a government called a republic. Now, a republic is a type of democracy in which the people elect representatives. This new form of government was revolutionary and helped lead Rome to greatness. They conquered Greece, Gaul, the Middle East, North Africa, and pretty much the rest of the entire known world, including a little island called England, but we'll get to them later. The Republic worked well until one man chose to end it. Julius Caesar declared himself emperor, thus ending the Roman Republic. Although the empire lasted hundreds more years, it eventually fell, and it fell hard. When the empire fell, the entire world descended into chaos. It would be over 1,000 years until the little island of England would make their next step in founding American government.
After Roman and Greek beginnings, Britain began to heavily influence governmental form. With the creation of the Magna Carta in 1215, the monarch's power was finally receiving its first limits, starting with ideas such as trial by jury, due process, and the protection of life, liberty, and property for the nobility. Using this as a jump-off point, Parliament was created as an advisory group to the monarchs. As more of the monarch's power was limited, Parliament began to gain power, eventually evolving into Britain's lawmaking body. In 1628, the British citizens, tired of not getting their dues, had the Petition of Rights on their side. This extended the rights and protections of the Magna Carta to the common people. This further limited the power of the monarch. This idea guaranteed rights all came together with the English Bill of Rights. This set up many of the ideals used in today's government, such as elections for Parliament, rights of the citizens, such as fair and speedy trial, protection from cruel and unusual punishments, and so on.
John Locke's principles were influential in the forming of American government. Locke believed in the importance of a social contract. A social contract is a voluntary agreement between the government and the governed. Locke believed that people are born with natural rights to life, liberty, and property. Thomas Jefferson would later use these principles to write the Declaration of Independence.
Things were not great for colonial America. The British were running a tyrannical government in the colonies, and people were getting upset. The colonies signed the Declaration of Independence and eventually won the Revolutionary War. After the war, the new country needed a government. Because they figured a strong centralized ruler, the colonists wrote the Articles of Confederation. This created a league of friendship among the states. Congress couldn't tax the people, draft people to the military, or regulate commerce. This system was weak, as the states had all the power, and they did their own thing. The Founding Fathers met in Philadelphia to fix this problem, but decided to make a new constitution instead. This constitution made a bicameral legislature, made of the House of Representatives and the Senate. Because of the Great Compromise, the House would be elected based on population, and the Senate would have 2 senators per state. It also gave Congress the power to tax, regulate commerce, and draft a military. There was also a judicial branch and an executive branch. This made the federal government more powerful. The states had to ratify this constitution. After the Anti-Federalists made a Bill of Rights to protect the people, it was ratified.